Could Huzur kindly tell us something about the children and descendants of the first Khalifa, Hazrat Maulvi Hakim Nuruddin Hazrat Anhu?
Unfortunately, those of his children, like Mr. Umar, they have gone wrong. They were opposite of whatever their father stood for. Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Awwal was a symbol of dedication and absolute devotion to Hazrat Masih Maud Islam. So much so that after his death, the demise of Hazrat Masih Maud Islam, he sent a message to Hazrat Amma Jan that as far as I am concerned, I would like to do bath at the hand of the youngest daughter of Hazrat Masih Maud Islam. That was his dedication and devotion. Unfortunately, the offsprings turned against what their father stood for, particularly Maulvi Umar Sahib. The problem was that he wanted to be a caliph, and very much so. And he had sensed that perhaps Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Salih, Mirza Nasir Ahmad, would be elected Khalifa. So he propagated very cleverly against Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Sani. He took care he is promoting his own son. And in this way, he was responsible for a lot of heartburning among Ahmadis who were not truly devoted, but they were in fact hypocrites. So a lot of hypocrites were being created all along Rabwa under Maulvi Sahib's sphere. And they fell under his sphere only because of Hazrat Khalifa Masih Awwal. They loved his children naturally because they knew what a great man he was. So when these things were reported to Hazrat Khalifa Masih Sani, the second head of the Ahmadi community, he had it investigated. And after full investigation, when he was convinced it was true, he threw him out of the Jamaat. He said, I do not care what he or other people think of it. I am doing my duty as Caliph, and I will not tolerate any hypocrisy in the Jamaat. So that created a roar of protests by the same people. But one after the other, their voices died and the Jamaat was cleansed. That is one answer. And other of my own experience I will follow later on after this translation. Now I tell you one experience of mine. I used to speak of whatever I believed correctly. And I did not care whether because of this I'll become unpopular with the Sadr Majlis Khudam al-Ahmadiyya, that was Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Salis at that time. But he was a grand-hearted person. He always answered me with a smile, although I differed with his policies on verity and truth. Otherwise I shouldn't have rebelled at all, and he knew I was not a rebel. So he once, I remember, when he debated an issue with me very strongly, he said, no, you're wrong and I'm right. I said, no, I'm right and you're wrong. So I said, all right, put it to vote. And he went ahead and put it to vote. And the majority of people favored my opinion. So in democracy, this would have been a vote against him. But in Ahmadiyya, there is no such stupidity. On small issues, one may differ with the head of the community or whatever it is. And that doesn't mean that he is voted out of office. So when that majlis was finished, I was a bit ashamed myself that I had embarrassed him. But look here at Maulvi Manan Umar Sahib. He embraced me with such love and such warmth. I was surprised I said, what is the matter with you? Why are you embracing me so warmly? You defeated Mirza Nasr Ahmad so strongly and so staunchly. I said, is this the reason why you love me? I loved you because of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Awwal and his dedication to Hazrat Masih Maud Islam. And you are doing exactly the opposite. From now on, there is no rishta between me and you, no link. And that was the last salam I gave to him. So these small things indicated the inside of that gentleman, what he was inside. So ever since, I have completely broken off with him. And about Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Awwal, I may tell you that he was so humble that he used to sit in the place where the shoes are kept. Only when Hazrat Masih Maud ordered him to come and sit close to him, he would dare to sit by his side. Otherwise, he thought, this is my place. This is the grand humility, unbelievably beautiful humility. So once it so happened that after the Intikhab-e-Khilafat, when Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Awwal was taking bath, a man from Peshawar came and he looked at him. He said, what? This man has taken Khilafat from the shoes. Because they always found him sitting by the shoes. So that was a very famous sentence of his, which has often been quoted by me and Khalifatul Masih Sani as well. Khalifatul Masih Salis as well. That this is a man, I think Khalifatul Masih Sani has also quoted this, that who got his Khilafat from the shoes. In Punjabi they say, Jutiyan vichon Khilafat le gaya. What a man. He has taken Khilafat from among the shoes. So that was Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Awwal. I wish and hope that his progeny who are remaining now, who are still alive, they will follow his conduct. Hazrat अम्मा जी की कब्र भी चार दीवारी में ही है ना? जी, हाँ जी। और अब्दुल सलाम उमर की भी? जी, उनकी भी। You see, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Awwal, Hassani, respected them so much that when Hazrat Amma Jahan was Hazrat Nusrat Jahan Begum, Amma Ji was the wife of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Awwal. When she died, he gave her a place in the Char Diwari where close members of the family and great Sahaba are buried. And also Abdul Salam Sahib, he was also buried in the same place. So it is wrong to assess, to understand that all the progeny went wrong. The very best were buried in the Char Diwari, we call it Char Diwari, the wall which surrounds the family members and the best of Sahaba.
Sa sainteté le calife rajoute ici que le deuxième calife, radiyallahu ta'ala,
I hope we will make at least one round.